Hello, my name is Kayla Delino, and welcome to AU AMA in Review. Recently, AMA sales team members attended the National Collegiate Sales Competition in Atlanta at Kennesaw State University. There were a total of 67 universities and 35 companies that attended the event. VP of the sales team, Abe Messia, placed first in his room of competitors during the first round and received a quarterfinalist award at the closing ceremony. Overall, Aurora University placed 30 out of 67. Being placed in the top 50 means that AU will be invited back again next year to compete, which is a huge honor for AU. Abe stated, "All in all, I am very blessed and honored with how I did personally. And it was also a great experience for the entire team that went, led by Dr. Sean Green." As many of you are aware, our President Hajar Zaki is graduating this May. Before she leaves, we interviewed her about her experiences with AU AMA.
Hello, thanks for talking with us today. We have with us Hajar here, the current president of AU AMA. So can you talk a little bit about how you became president of AU AMA?
Sure. So it actually started out my freshman year. So Dr. Vanderjee came up to me and he asked if I wanted to be part of AMA, knowing that I was a marketing major at AU. And from then I just started getting involved in, the small things. And from there just kept building up until I joined a case competition my sophomore year, which was for the Donate Life America. And I learned so much that I wanted just to keep going and learn more. So Dr. Vanderjee saw that I was very driven. I'm a very driven student, and I wanted to make AMA grow and be better. And so the rest is history. I became president, and we grew from 21st to 3rd chapter, ranking gold.
What does AU AMA mean to you?
So AU AMA means a lot to me personally, because I think that AU AMA was actually my first job. So a lot of people, when they say that their first job, is typically the ones that come, when they come out of college. But I've gained so much experience from AU AMA that it's my job. I felt like it was the jumpstart to my career coming out of college, so I consider it my first career opportunity. So it means so much to me because it's provided me with so many opportunities that I hope someday that all the rest of the members, when they graduate, they can say the same thing.
What is your favorite memory being the president of AU AMA?
So my favorite memory of being president in AU AMA was definitely getting gold chapter. I mean, you and I were there, and it was a very honorable moment for AMA to place that high in ranking among the other huge universities. And what was best about that was we had universities that came to us and they were congratulating us and being very personable with us. And when I actually came back to Chicago, we had Texas State Pan American actually reach out to me personally, and they wanted to be mentored by AU, and that was such an honor because you wouldn't think that, being such a small university where no one knows, outside of Aurora what AU is. It's huge to think that a huge state school like Texas Pan American would want to be mentored by AU AMA.
So what was your favorite memory of being in AU AMA outside of the presidency?
So outside of presidency, my favorite memory would definitely be my working with the Adventures American Petroleum Institute team. It was a marketing case competition, and the reason why it was my favorite memory was because prior to working on the competition, Dr. Vanderjee was speaking with me and our previous president, Mary Soto, and he was telling us that getting enrolled in this competition is really difficult because only 30 universities get accepted into this competition, and they have to be large enough universities where they have a large student body that they could gather a lot of talent from. So when Dr. Vanderjee approached them, they told him no because AU is such a small school and we don't have that much talent. So Dr. Vanderjee, being very persistent, was able to get us a slot, and he told us that we're very lucky to get this slot. So that made us, even much more nervous to get that. So We worked really hard on it, and we ended up placing third in nationals, which was big deal because they were first of all skeptical of us, a small 8 university, and there's only 5 people working on this project, and the other 2 winning teams that we met in California, they actually had like 12 to 20 people working on this project. So to know that we did something that a huge university did with that many students and that larger talent pool with us, with our limited resources, was a big deal for us. And is definitely, that success story is one of my favorite memories in AUAMA.
So how has AUAMA helped you in your professional life?
So professionally, when I started working at my current internship at a second company, and we were going through the marketing process of promoting a conference, which is something that I've already done with the AUMA Collegiate Regional Conference, it was so much easier transitioning into the workplace because I got so much real-world experience. Also, in addition to working on marketing for the BMA conference at SLAC, I also do work with other team members where I had to do competitive audits or I had to do a social media plan so that it gets incorporated into the larger picture for the IMC plan. And so what's great is that, doing the competitions for AMA or competing in the smaller competitions like at Whitewater or Eau Claire was so helpful because I just get it. And the fact that I understand everything makes it so much easier to actually work in the real world.
What advice would you give new members of AUAMA?
Okay, well, I would give members 2 advice. First one is network your butt off. Don't be scared to go to someone and speak to them because if anything, they're gonna applaud you for having the courage to do that. Don't let fear overrule your life because if so, you're not gonna get anywhere. Just like take the time to just suck it up and just go and do what you gotta do. And I mean, what's the worst that could happen? No, if that's it, then just do it. I mean, nothing's gonna go wrong. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason. So network. Don't be afraid to speak to people because you never know who you meet. I know it's very redundant, it's cliche, and every professor says it, but just do it because my connections have helped that I've had for the past 4 years have definitely helped me, not just to get me a job, but also to give me just general advice on how to go about finding a career. My second advice would be to get to know your team members and form close relationships with them. I say that because when I was my junior year, when I was VP of Communications, I never spent the time to actually get to know my team members on a personal level. I only knew them because we worked so much with each other in AMA, and I wish I would have gotten more close with them. And so when I transitioned into presidency, I formed the chapter development role for that reason, so that so that AMA as a whole can get close with each other and form close relationships, because it just makes it easier to work with those next to you when you know them on a personal level.
Well, Hajar, thanks for speaking with us today, and we'd all like to wish you good luck after college.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you today.
Thank you for watching and have a great summer.